Hey guys, long time not seen. In this video I will show you how I fixed my ventilation system issue. As you remember, my driver's side ventilation was always blowing hot air and passenger side was cool, how it should be. This issue is the result of malfunctioning heater valve. Let's get into it. For this job I will need my pit to drain the coolant from the radiator. Unfortunately, my garage is stuffed with construction materials again, so I will not use my lift this time. Heater valves are located in the engine bay, behind the engine. In the previous episode, I've measured their resistance and made a decision to replace the valves, since the resistance seems to be incorrect. The price of new original valves is ridiculous, more than 500 euros, and there was no Bosch aftermarket available as well. So, after a conversation with AI, he convinced me that the X5 E53 valves are the same, only that I will need to transfer the top solenoid part into my E38 housing. Okay, sounds easy and the price was really good, around 70 euros. So be it. Let's drain the coolant first to minimize the coolant leak during the valve job. Open up the expansion tank plug. Remove the engine bay undercovers. Here is the drain plug. Radiator coolant drained. Installed a tray to catch any emerging coolant from the valve hoses. Let's remove the heater valves. Undo the plug. Undo 3 hose clamps. Remove hoses. Use a flat screwdriver to help removing of the hoses. Undo the additional water pump plug and remove the valves. Here it is. Left number ending 994 is BMW spare part and the right is Bosch. And here are the X5 E53 valves. And you know what? I've screwed up with the spare parts catalog. I've ordered the newer type N62 2003 Plus valves, which seems to be different design. What a disgrace. Oh well, at least the pipe fittings are the same and I can use these valves temporarily while I will figure out what to do next. Also, these valves don't have the secondary coolant pump, which pushes the coolant further into the heater core. But that's not necessary during summertime. Let's measure the resistance of new solenoid valves. The pins in the plug show the pin numbers and the polarity. I've blindly trusted the AI and was measuring the resistance between the wrong pins from the whole beginning. One side was showing proper 15 ohms and the other 30. Should be 15 ohms on both sides. I've checked the old valves and the reading was 11.5 and 24 ohms. Then I realized that I've measured the whole thing wrongly. Here's the diagram. Pin 1 is the positive and pins 2 and 3 are the negatives, which the IHK model is using to control the valves. So the resistance should be measured between pins 1 and 2 and between 1 and 3. Let's properly test new valves again. Both readings are around 15 ohms. Now that's the proper reading. Let's test the old valves. One is 9.5, the other is 12.5. So, they are still somehow alive, but looks like the corrosion is started inside. Let's test the valve operation using 12-volt supply. Use same pins to fit the valves. One valve was working, and the other one not. This means it was stuck open and the coolant was always traveling to the heater core, resulting in driver's side being always hot. Used a flat screwdriver to move both valves. One was easy to move. The faulty one was initially stuck. New one operated flawlessly. Okay, let's disassemble the old ones and see the condition. Yep, coil wires have oxidation. Let's check the seal state. Rubber looks toast. I've disassembled the new valves to see whether I can utilize any spare parts. Everything is more miniature, it will not fit. So, I've decided to clean my valves as much as I can and order a gasket repair kit. They do exist here and there, costing around 30 to 50 euros. Cleaned oxidation as much as I can, but the valve wiring was still looking a bit burnt. Decided temporarily to leave it as is and to seek for the correct replacement solenoids. Valves itself also needed cleaning. That's more like it. Rubber seals are very worn and you cannot refit them anymore. Okay, let's disassemble the valves further. I don't know why I did this, but I did it. I should have not touched those sleeves. The ceramic inserts are brittle, and better don't touch them. So, I've temporarily installed the E53 and 52 valves and started to look into a solution. The air issue temporarily fixed, both sides now cold. After some investigation, I bought the proper X5 E53 pre-2003 heater valves. Paid 20 euros for all. They look exactly the same as mine, only that the bottom is different. Here is the number. Measured all of them and all of them were around 12.5 ohms. Started disassembling all. Coils on first one looked okay. Tried mounting the X5 solenoids into my base and it fitted perfectly. On the first one, the rubber seals were better than mine for sure. Valves also similar to mine. So for sure you can use the X5 E53 pre-2003 valves as a repair. Even new original cost less than 200 euros in case really needed. Okay, let's disassemble the second one. Solenoids in even better condition. Valves are very clean and shiny. But there are cavitation traces on the mushrooms, which can lead to improper sealing. Rubber seal also looks cracked. And the number 3. Solenoids are okay, but the cover is quite rusty. Valves are also quite clean. Rubber seal is in the best condition out of 3, and the mushrooms are also quite okay. All of them disassembled. I will make a Frankenstein utilizing the best parts. I've chosen the second solenoid. And the third valve set. Let's prep the spares for assembly. Liquid sealant. Since the rubber O-rings are a bit worn as well, I will use additional liquid seal to eliminate the coolant leak into the solenoid part. Assembled all back. Done. Let's test them. All good. I've left those valves alone for one day for the liquid gasket to dry. Car was back to the garage the next day. New valves out. Old repaired in. Let's bleed the system. Set the temperature to 16 degrees and later check the heater valve hose temperature. Temperature on both hoses was almost the same. Cabin blowers were delivering the right air again. Job done. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.